Hey, yo, what's up? This is Disciple Martial Occurrence right back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with me, yeah. So, this video is going to be about, because I don't think people get the point when I say this enough. Dead men don't have no mission. That means if you've been defeated, you don't have any missions. It's nothing more you can do that would classify you as the better competent or the more superior to whoever you've been defeated by. So the dead man, they don't have any missions. How are you still doing something? For example, with this country, America, how are you still doing something? You got 40 states that allows adults to have sex with children. You got 12 states that allows no minimum age, which means grown men can marry 12-year-old girls or even younger. Okay? How do they, as a country, got any missions with their citizens when they've been defeated? If you got an American Social Security number, you are American. Okay? You are part of them. You can't be trying to be part of me. You're not part of me. You're part of the people that you supported and that you stood by. That's who you are with, which allows 40 states to have sex with children. With 12 states that has no minimum age, meaning they can marry in these 12 states low as they want to. So you've been a part of that. You've been a part of you use them, they're Americans. You can't pull yourself out of that situation. Well, it's not us. Yeah, it's you too. You've been following them. You've been there with them the whole time. You ain't been getting support from Iraq. You haven't been getting support from Saudi Arabia. So where you getting support from? You're getting support from Americans. You're using American dollars. All that against good people. And therefore, being that they have fallen, then you fall. You have to. We're talking about real masters. We're not talking about these lames out here trying to be in the picture. We're not talking about them. We're talking about real masters. By real master standard, America is already defeated. 40 states allows adults to have sex with children. 12 states that allows no minimum age. And you tell me why all your history of your country didn't reveal this information. Can you tell me also how you don't know, as an American community, that you have the lowest age for sex in world records? That's the world records. That being said, bro, you lost. This is the beginning of the end for you, because there's no way anybody's gonna want to work for you. Nobody's gonna want to do anything for somebody that's having sex with children in 40 states and allow adults to have sex. No, marry in 12 states out of 50 states. This is two different laws. You got the 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. You got the 12, which is one law. Then you have the 12 states within the 50 states that allows no minimum age for marriage, which means men can marry fully grown, adults that are fully grown can marry children. This is the facts. This is what no minimum age is all about. It's all about marrying someone that's under 18. In 12 states, there's no minimum age. Okay, so these people don't have any more fight. By standards of a master, any martial arts masters out there agree with me or not, they went around playing with me on who I am as far as my character and wind up losing, not knowing their own laws. What morons. They don't even know their own laws, man. And you sitting up playing around me? No, get your country together. Go get your country together. That's what you do. Go tell them about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. Go talk to these people about another law, 12 states allowing adults to marry children. That's what it's all about. Talk about Massachusetts that allows adults to marry 12-year-old girls. Let's talk. Why don't you go get rid of that fire? Huh? Why don't you go handle that? And ain't nothing you could do with me, because I'm on the level of seeing this all shut down. I'm on the level that's revealing the information that it can't stand. You can't pass past this. You can't get past this, man. You know, you got laws that contradict the culture in the country. you're trying to double your way out of it. It ain't no double. You can't goofily come out of this, buddy. That's your support system, America, not mine. That being said, your country that you live in has lost. So guess what's going to happen? While you're still singing, everybody's leaving the auditorium. There's no way you can ever be redeemed from that, because you just now doing these laws. You got the 12 states that just went into effect. What, less than 3 years ago? Okay, less than 3 years ago. So this has been the mentality of the Trump administration. So how can they sit up and judge someone and act like they have some system that, man, let me tell you something, man. I'm a grown man. That's why I don't submit to your community or your laws. As long as I'm a grown man, and you got 40 states that allow adults to have sex with children, you got 12 states that allows no minimum age to marry. As long as you're right there, that's your country, right? Then you don't have any contest here. You don't have no contest here. All you got is goofy McDonald's sponsored games. You need to put a sticker on, sponsored by McDonald's. These raggedy people. That's it, man. Come on, I see things for what they really are. Ain't nobody playing no games. You raggedy. You know what I'm saying? You pimping out your kids, using your kids against the community. You must feel very great about yourself, huh? Because that's what I consider it. When you use your kids in any kind of psychological warfare, you just pimped out your kids. For whatever reason, I don't care what the reason is. Your actions put your children in harm's way to play games. You don't care about kids enough, because if you did, you know about the laws. So don't act like, putting my kids in harm's way is showing how much I love them. No. You don't even know your laws of your country. You haven't even graduated to know the information that I know. You don't even know the information concerning children. So all you're doing is basically being a circus. That's all. That's the only thing I can compare it to. And you can get mad, but at the end of the day, as long as you don't have anything tangible, and I have tangibility on you with the 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children, and the 12 states that allow no minimum age, as long as I got those laws on you, and you have the world record, by the way, of the lowest age of consent, as long as I have those three things, you have no contest with me. You can't even compare yourself to me. You're on a psychological operation, which no one cares about, when you have 40 states, which is the majority of the country, that allows adults to have sex with children. There's no contest. That's goofy. That's goofy, because you're under a country that you support. This is your country. So you're on a mission, but you didn't get that part. You're on a mission to help children, but you didn't get the part of 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. You're on a mission helping children, but you don't know the laws in your own country, where 12 states allows adults to marry as young as 5 and 6 and 7 years old. But you're on a mission to help children. You see, that's how I see it. That's the perspective I take. Yeah, you doing what you're doing, but you don't even know your own laws. It's the most moron operation, the worst blooper of all times, because now you're going to pay even more, because your country has been the contradicting factor. In fact, more contradicting than any country in the world history records. That means there's no other country that has went as low as America with human beings seeing them as compatible for sexuality. So America has the lowest age of seeing a human being sexually. They have the lowest age of being sexually attracted to children on record. There's no other country that has esteemed human beings at this age as sexual beings, or finding them sexual, or feeling that they're ready for sexuality. America's the only country that thought that 7 years old is ready for sexuality. 7 years old, guys. No other country put it into law. Whether you had it, let me explain something. The difference between activities and laws is more of it's more factual of a perspective. Okay, a person do this, that, and the third. What it is, it's limited to just being an act. These laws create cultures. These laws of 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children, 12 states allowing no minimum age for marriage creates the culture of the people, what they believe, their practices, their customs. The laws are interwoven into the culture. Unfortunately, though, the American culture does not follow this perspective, which means it's the government that goes down in this situation. The reason why some members of your American community are going down is because they joined with the fight of the American government, not knowing that they had 40 states slipping, having sex with children. They didn't know also 12 states were slipping with allowing no minimum age to adults to marry. Slipping hard out here, slipping hard. You slipping hard. And unfortunately, it's not limited to a slip. It's going all the way. Nobody wants to live in a country or work for a country that is having sex with the children presently. Because you don't see these people. What they supposed to do, make commercials on CNN? What the people that's having sex with the children in 40 states supposed to do to let you know that they're there? What they supposed to do? Hold a press conference? I mean, the writing is on the laws, not the wall. The writing is on the laws, bruh, that you didn't know, and now that changes America to this image, not the image that you thought. Yeah, you thought, me too. We thought that our community do protect the children, but we found out to the contrary that 40 states allows adults to have sex with children, 12 states allows no minimum age, which means adults can marry any age as low as 5 or 6 or 7 years old. You have to realize this is reality. This is not speculation. In my videos, you're getting facts. You're not getting speculation. You're not getting opinions. I do my videos for facts, so there's no question. You can't question it. You can't question 40 states having adults with sex with children. You can't question adults having sex in 40 states with children. You can't question 12 states that allows a no minimum age, which means they can be low as 9 and 8 years old. It says no minimum age. There are people that can hold them to this, guys. They can hold them to what they put as law, no minimum age. And yet you're witch hunting in the community. And yet you think this particular dynamic of children is a game that you can play with people. The egg is on your face. Your laws, your politicians, who you esteem so highly, have put into law, even in the Donald Trump's administration. These laws, the 12 states went into effect under the Trump's administration. He had to know something about it because he's the president. They may give him one slip of paper. It might not be, 20 pages, but he gets the memo basically that these laws as serious as those, I'm sure he gets the memo, okay? I'm sure he gets the memo. That's what I'm saying. And so, no authorities, no police, no FBI, CIA, you can't see me. You can see these other people. You can't see me. Because you've been submitted to this the whole time. You've been submitted to this the whole time. How are you going to go out and witch hunt people or even do stings and operations, and you got 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children, and your country just recently passed laws that allow adults to marry any age, no minimum age, meaning no minimum age. Okay, it means that no minimum age will be not accepted. Any age will be accepted. This is what it means. Okay? This is what it means. And so this changes this country, whether you like it or not. You now know the truth. So I don't have anything else to prove. This is what I'm on. Because I know right here, Ain't no countrymen are going to work for you, military, police, anybody work for you. Hey, you should have controlled your citizens. If it wasn't you that was messing around with me, you should have controlled your citizens. I'm sorry. You didn't control your citizens because you're quick to control them in other ways. But when it comes time for you to really control insane people that have lost psychological war games in the community and they're still riding around like they're being divas, when you have divas in your community that quite frankly need to be put to death through the death penalty, see, the thing with the ops don't need to know, it is things that you can do even by the system of America that someone will feel that you need to die for. And unfortunately, it's you. You've been gang stalking people. Your country, you've been riding around the country playing games, and no one wants you here. After this, no, it's you that's the problem. I've maintained a pretty regular young man's American life. I traveled here and there, but you are traveling around gang stalking people. You are traveling around gang stalking the community, which is dangerous for that energy to be around the children. We don't want that around the children. We don't want you playing around the children, and you got 40 states that allows adults to have sex with children on top of that, and you got 12 other states within the 50 states, which is another law that allows no minimum age, and you riding around doing what? Because that's what that's what we talk about. What do you talk about? Your little group? I don't care about your little group. You hear me mentioning them all the time? I don't care about your little groups that you have in this country. I care about 40 states. That's my lane. That's my level. If you didn't reveal it, you can't even stand with me. But even if you're an organization for children, you didn't go all the way. You got resources. You got things you can do to get this information out there. Where have you been? Where are you now? You haven't been putting it in the public's face. So don't try to pull up now because you're doing these extra little additive things for children. And like, we the same. We not the same. Because you're not willing to tell the truth to this government and this community. You're not willing to do that. You have not done that. That's for all these children organizations. You have not told the public with all your resources through all your commercials that 40 states allows adults to have sex with children. Why, when you're having these children commercials, why can't you just let us know also in 40 states that allows adults to have sex with children, in 12 states that allows no minimum age? Why when you showing us how hungry they are, when you're showing us all these things about children, you make videos all the commercials all the time. But yet you fail to show your own community the worst danger. That's why I don't have any respect. It's cool what you do, but when it comes to overall respect and we understand these are things that you should be checking into. You should know these things. You're an organization, all these research children organizations. Yeah, you ain't talking about the 40 states though. You got all this going on. You ain't talking about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. They're legally children. They're not adults. And no one in the country agrees with adults having sex with children at no age. There is no age we agree with it, though. We don't agree with no age. And yet 40 states allows sex with adults with children in 40 states. And no one holds this perspective but you. Okay, so I've already won. Dead men don't have missions. That's the punchline. How you got a mission against me when you dead? You on the chopping block. I'm not. If I was on any chopping block, I'm off now, buddy. Because I'm the one that revealed it. You didn't reveal it. I'm the one that revealed it. Yeah, let's keep it factual. Okay, I'm not being prideful, but I'm the one that revealed it. And you're the one, and so any debts that I have are by any master's laws are canceled. I revealed your country, me, not these rappers and singers and all these people running around here. Me. I revealed 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. I revealed 12 states allowing adults to marry with no minimum age. Y'all wasn't talking about this? Hey, this is important. You talking about one acts. What about these one laws? These 2 and 3, 40 laws? What about these 50 plus laws almost? What about these 41 laws around this place. Yeah, let's talk about these things, the factual things. While you sitting up talking about acts of sexuality. I'm talking about laws of sexuality. You ain't know my caliber. And that's for all of you. You can. I don't care who you call yourself. You can call yourself Batman, Superman, all of it mixed together. You can. But if you don't know this and you haven't knew this, then you just had a Halloween costume on, buddy. You just had a Halloween costume on. You talking about you Batman and Superman? Then why you ain't know this? You supposed to be sophisticated. That part. You're supposed to be sophisticated. You running around here like a bushwhack weirdo, and you ain't effective. You know what's effective? You know what's in effect? 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. That's what's in effect, buddy. Yeah, that's what you need to be fighting. While you playing Batman, meanwhile, some kid is out there having sex with some adult in 40 states. While you're playing Batman, 12 states allows no minimum age, meaning a man can take an 8-year-old girl home and like a dog, like an animal, like a pet, and groom her. And you know he's going to groom her sexuality. I mean, and he's going to groom her psychological part to where she's like a dog. She's going to be like a dog, only seeing him, only thinking about him. You don't forget about this. You forget about this part. These 16, 17-year-old children out here will be easily manipulated by fully grown adults. They will be so manipulated, they won't even be like a human being. 16, 17, if they stay in a relationship with somebody, trying to get out their house, where they family at, and they live with that person, I guarantee you they're going to have mental scars for dealing with older people. Because the older person is just going to manipulate them. An older person is just going to make them what they want them to be, and they ain't going to be able to see it. Not to mention the psychological part of 40 states being with children, not mentioning the psychological effect. See what I'm saying? And I need to do a video about that. The psychological effect of 40 states having sex with children. We're going to take this all the way home, buddy. I'm going to force feed this to you crap it. I'm going to sit right there and watch you crap it. I'm going to feed it to you until you crap on yourself. And you need, because look, you've been acting like Bruce Wayne the whole time. John Wayne, Bruce Wayne. And you the one that got the lowest age in all world history. All world history. You have the lowest record of the age of consent in all the world. We ain't talking about Presley, who has the lowest record. We're talking about the world record history of the lowest age of consent for sex. You have the world history America. Yeah, that's a big deal. People want the barn burned down, bruh. We want that pedophile barn burned down. I don't care how sophisticated you make it. Now the White House is an old pedophile barn that we won't burn down. What would you want done to a house where men were having sex with 7-year-old girls? What you would want happen? You want the house burned down. So you should want the system of the country that allowed it burned down. They don't have to die, but they got to cease from being America. That system has to go. They don't have to die, but they're going to probably try to put up a fight. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they got to die, but because this is so good, I don't have to bring that into effect. They got to cease. We talk about children here. I don't got to shoot one round. I don't have to do that. You have 40 states, you're caught by your own laws, which is your own perspective, and then we don't have to fight any war. If you are a decent human being, the war is already over. You shouldn't even want to be a part of this country. That's what I'm calling for. I'm calling for wholesome-minded Americans, whether they be firemen, military, all forms of honorable men, to look at these laws. Now, do you want to serve that? Do you want to serve the military under those laws? Do you want to serve as a fireman or a policeman under those laws? That's what I'm asking you. Where 40 states can have sex with children and mess them up psychologically at 16 to 17-year-old. I don't have to, this is the end, because you value children. strongly. And your country, your government contradicts your perspective strongly. So we have two different communities here, guys. You have the American community and you have the American government as its own American community, because these are not the laws you agree with. Okay? You would want somebody shot. I know this. Fathers would want, these are father will shoot you ages for their children ages.